the two Galaxy Sun on top. Number 1, Venerdi. Number 3, Confusing. And number 9, Tuscan Regin, Darren.
Okay then, so there is good support for Confusing. It's 440 into 290. They've really come for it in a big way here. This Blackfriars gelding out of a scenic mare. Gee, we did see one jump up out of the ground in the previous by Blackfriars, which had no form at all, and as soon as it hit that track with a bit of give, Black for me, it nearly caused the upset of the season. At $101, stretching the neck of the favourite in Sky Rhythm. Confusing's by Blackfriars in the next event of the day as well. We'll be back to see how things unfold in the Channel 9 handicap at 1:23. In the meantime, let's take you to Grafton, where they're almost set to go for the Grafton Guineas, race 6. Down there for race number 4. The starters moving them in now, calls them up into the gates, going up Confusing, taken in by Sean O'Donnell. Galaxy Sun ready. Jordan Turner there in the saddle. Anders Run to move up. Credo, Alyssa Grace, Nightshade. The last start winner. Nightshade drawn out there. Going up there, here's Venerdi. Venerdi goes in. Tuscan Regin and Harp in, the remaining 2 runners to fill the gates for the Channel 9 handicap, where they're almost set at the 2200. Confusing at $2.90 had been backed in from $4.40. Galaxy Sun eased from $2.50 to $3. Confusing, the best of them backed. Just the one out, Harp in. Comes up towards its stall. The lights go on. Starter top plane, has the button. Presses it now and they're away and racing. Confusing flew out from the inside, is the first to leave, and well so away is Venerdi and Anders Run. Alyssa Grace is out there near the middle. Credo just behind those. Harp in, settling one off the fence outside Galaxy Sun in the early part. Nightshade's anchored back there to second last to the tail end of Tuscan Regin. Anders Run taken to the lead by Faithful. Over Alyssa Grace up running second as they prepare to swing out of the home straight. A length and a half away then is Venerdi on the outside of Confusing. Credo 3 deep. Harp is in the middle. Down on the inside next is Galaxy Sun. A length and a half to Nightshade with Tuscan Regin last. To the back they go at the 1500. Anders run just coasting along in the early stages, out by a length and a half. And now Credo, given its head by Noski, works around the outside after being 3 deep. He was able to get up there quite easily into second spot. On the rails then is the mare Alyssa Grace. Venedy now given a bit of cover running forth, a length and a half to Confusing. Galaxy Sun's on the rails at the 1200. Half pin at this stage of the race being ridden along. On the rails to Nightshade, and still spotting them all is Tuscan Rain. Working down the back, 1,000 metres left to go. It's Anders Run that leads the way from the grey Credo. On the rails then is Alyssa Grace. There's no change to the pattern here. Over on the outside next to ball is Venedy having to be ridden along. A further 2 Confusing also now being called upon at the 800. Galaxy Sun off the bit there and being hard ridden down on the rail. 3/4 to Nightshade, patiently handled third from last, and then Tuscan Rain and half bit has called it quits. By the turn they come at the 550, and Anders Run giving back as a great sight has been there from the outset, leading Credo. They've kicked away this pair. They're now 3 in front. On the rails, Alyssa Grace. On its outside is Venedy, Confusing, coming to the outside, starting its run. And then Galaxy Sun getting up on the inside near the cutaway. Also making ground, Nightshade. Anders Run the leader from Credo. They've got 200 left to go. Here come the swoopers. Credo hit the front. Confusing's chiming in. Tuscan Rain's running on. Galaxy Sun further back, Nightshade. It's Confusing hitting the front, but Tuscan Rain levels up. Tuscan Rain hits the lead in the final stages and does the better. Tuscan Rain beat Confusing. Dead heat third, Credo or Galaxy Sun. In behind them came Nightshade. Anders Run plugged away. Then Venedy, Alyssa Grace, and Harpin is back there on its own at long last. No surprise here that Tuscan Rain's got the money. It was a very good effort last start. Only was beaten a length and a half to Nightshade. It was stepping to the 2100 for the first time. It's taken a level of fitness out of that run, and the blinkers have come off. It's settled at the back, and it has powered over the top to beat Confusing. Number 3, Sean O'Donnell, and it looked close for third. That rests between Credo and Galaxy Sun. Number 9, Tuscan Rain, the winner by any given Saturday from Harvey Nix for W. Harvey, W. Bizot, R. Arentz, R.J. Lang, J. Fitzgerald, R. and B.D. Mitchell, N. Edson, Christine White, trained by Dean White, ridden by Troy Turner. Second place in Confusing, a Blackfriars crossed wires gelding for Santo Walliardo, Bob Pearson and P. Foreman, trained by Neville Parnham, handled by Sean O'Donnell. Third, number 4, Credo, by Scandal Keeper from Lil Elsa for Kate Kersley and Christian Hawkins, trained by Fred Kersley, the rider Jared Noski. Fourth, number 2, Galaxy Sun. Fifth placing to 5, Nightshade. 2:21.58 the time. 2:21.58 there after the running of race 4. Tuscan Rain scoring its second victory in 16 career starts, paying 7, 10 and 230. Confusing 120 and Credo 160. Race 5, the Warroa Handicap. 159, of course, hosts of the WA Racing Awards at the Hyatt Regency on Saturday, the 1st of August, where the awards for the top 2, 3 and 4-year-old and Perth Racing Awards champion, apprentice, jockey and trainer, as well as the WA Racehorse of the Year, will be announced at this star-studded and glittering evening. Tickets are available through Warroa. You can check it out at warroa.com.au or contact President Harvey Crossman. Seats are available. There are limited tables available. So to ensure a great night out, the number 1 social event on the WA Turf calendar, then you need to book, and book soon through Warroa. Bonnie Zara's out of the 5th of the day, so is 12 Gone Diggin' and 15 Monsieur John. The riding alterations, Lucas Camilleri is now on 9, Animoso, and Sean O'Donnell will ride 13, Assets and Cash. Margins 1 1/4 by 3 1/4, 38.24 the last 600, 38.24, a real grind over the final part. Tuscan Rain successful, and a nice change of fortune in the metropolitan area for trainer Dean White as we take you down to Adam McGrath.
Thank you, Darren. Dean, a really nice win there. The riding has certainly been on the wall in previous starts.
Yeah, we've decided to try to get him up to a distance. He's had problems. He won like a really, really good horse at Northam, and we thought, and Sean, who rides for me most of the time, had a huge opinion of him. He said this could be half as good as his half brother, which was London. And obviously we thought it's sprinting. And just had to have a knee op after that race. We had a problem, and he just hasn't fired a shot since he had the knee op, really. And then I just changed tack. I said to the owners, look, give him a little break for a while, and I'll just change tack with him and put him over some grounds. And he's picked a check up like 4 runs in a row, and now he's got the chockies. And so staying's obviously his game, and we didn't really think it was.
You've done well as well, because he's had a few problems in here, but you've been able to figure them out, which has been the key.
It took us a fair bit of figuring. Thank goodness I'm old and I've had plenty of practice.
You did it very well. What about, say, were you worried at all about the soft track?
Concerned a little because 2 starts back, Troy rode him in a mile, and he said, I'd love to ride him over ground, but I don't think he likes the wet. Thanks a lot, Sean. That's our regular rider. He jumped off. But, yeah, he said, don't really think he likes the wet, so I just said today, look, just lose him and get to the outer and find a bit of firm, and because he's got an enormous sprint on him. We yelled him one morning behind trading day. He worked off behind trading day on the grass at Ascot, and he went past him and blew him away. Like, on track work, he's sensational. But finally, we've found a race day.
You might have found out some things about how to train this horse, but I think the bigger picture, we found out that you need to travel more. You're going away to England soon, and this victory comes up will help you pay. But the last time you went to England, I believe you had a few winners the weeks leading up as well.
Exactly. My wife's horse, Black at Heart, he won 2 for us in the 3 weeks leading up to our leaving last time for England. So we're off again this time, and blow me down, Black at Heart. I said to him, you can nearly do this again, but he did attendant. So it was around her birthday time in April, so I bought her one from Queensland, and that's going around in the last, so fingers crossed.
I think you might need to start booking some more trips to England, mate. Congratulations on the win, well done.
Thanks very much, appreciate it.
Rick Waite, 9.342. Late declared there. That's after the running of the 4th with the Warroa handicap, celebrating 50 years in WA racing. The voice of all WA racehorse owners comes up the next at a minute to 2 o'clock.